Hi, and welcome to today's edition of Top Dice. I'm Adrian, and that there is Alan.
Evening all.
And today it's Top Dice Beta Test 2.1. So we're going to try couple of experimental things, and we'll see if they work through the video. If not, well, we tried, and we'll just go back and rewrite it, and we'll have another beta test next week. So there we go.
Technical
That's it.
shenanigans.
So, how's your week been then, Al?
Do you know what? I made a comment on the Facebook group last week. Somebody said, "Oh, what's your favourite moment at the table?" And last week it was just actually getting to the table because I've had so much to do with work and then being on holiday and stuff like that. So it's the first time in about a month that I actually got to play a bit, and we're playing East Texas University Savage Worlds setting, which I absolutely love. It's brilliant. So that was great. And then we had a bit of a calamity yesterday because of Alien. So yeah, we've been saying to people for ages, oh no, the release date, the release date's the 25th, and no, it wasn't actually. Free League changed it, and the release date is today. And we found out yesterday that the release date is today, and we're like, right. So how's that gone wrong then?
Well,
That's basically because we're a new distributor with Free League, and we weren't on the bulletin list for the emails. So we didn't get the memo that said, by the way, the release date's come forward to the 18th.
oops.
So, oops, yeah, mistakes were made.
Mis-
Um,
Lessons learnt.
but luckily for us, everybody that wanted it has got it. So um, we just had a bit of a panic situation, but we got through it. It was
Well,
and Alien Evolved Edition is now out. Woohoo!
excellent.
Um,
Well, shall we give a shout out to Angus, who very
Indeed,
kindly
we should,
pointed out
Angus. Yeah,
the
thank you.
and Pookie's as well has already done an unboxing. There's something new and hot for the table, and a few other comments were actually sort of on the Facebook page as well. If you're into your role playing games, then make sure you take a look at the Facebook group. Details are there, UK Tabletop Role Playing, and join the family, join the fun. Also, click subscribe and like to this video, and you can see a lot more of us too and others. There will be some guests coming in the not too distant future. We'll have to see who exactly, but I have a few names on my list.
You do
Anyway,
indeed.
I suppose my one of my highlights this week has been rereading Dungeons and Dragons. I've been looking at the new edition. I'm not going to say too much about it, so I'm going to leave that for another special. But I have actually enjoyed revisiting the old D&D rules. Well, not so old this particular version, but it's a brand. I know it gets a lot of knocks, but it's the one I started back with in the 70s, and for me on that side, it does still get a bit of love. I just leave the politics actually out of it. And on that subject, good old Wizards of the Coast. They've delayed their two new D&D books. So they've got a couple of Forgotten Realms books coming out for the new edition, the 2024 one, and they've been delayed for Europe and Asia. The rest of the world apparently going to get them on time, but unfortunately, we're not.
What
Something
is on time? I know you mentioned the delay, but so when are they being released everywhere else?
I believe they're actually being released at the end of this month
Oh
everywhere else.
right, wow, okay.
And they're going to be heading towards mid-December. There's talk of the 8th, talk of the 12th. There's several dates that have been floated around, depending on what website you look at, as to
Right,
when they'd
okay.
actually sort of hit the
So
stores.
it's not too bad, but
It's not, but in I suppose, the modern day, you would expect books to arrive with you on release day. That's the whole point actually of it. Obviously, something's gone wrong with the logistics side of things, and I'm sure whatever it is being rectified. I'm guessing that the boat is late.
it's actually not as easy to do
I
as
know,
that.
I know.
I know this from personal experience, but yeah.
It's
Um,
that's probably for another top dice. We can actually sort of talk about how the logistics actually sort of work of getting the game from wherever it actually is to the shelves of your local friendly
Mm.
game shop.
I'm,
So that,
I'm, I'm going to speculate a little here, but what may have happened is that because what we've seen some publishers doing is they'll have all their production done in China, and they'll split the logistics. So a chunk of it will go to the US, and a chunk of it will go either to the UK or somewhere in Europe. Because if they ship it all to the US, they'll pay tariffs on
yes,
the whole production run, whereas they'll pay less if they just ship some of it to the UK. So we've seen quite a few people actually doing that. So I wonder if that's what's happened.
potentially, and of course, warehouse space costs money, so they might as well
Oh
get it
yes.
out of there and into the shops as soon as possible.
Mhm.
So that's the news from that side. Anything from your side this time round?
Okay, so yeah, we've had a bit of an update on the Dudley Bug Ball,
Yep.
which is run by Steve Turner, sponsored by Britannia Game Designs. Steve's a great bloke. He's been running the Dudley Bug Ball for
Yeah.
many years, and he rebooted it after COVID. But sort of this time last week, really, they had a bombshell dropped on them that their venue. They've moved venue from the Station Hotel in Dudley to Dudley College, and um, Dudley College have announced that they're refurbishing part of the building where they were supposed to be hosting the event, and consequently, they've had to cancel any events that are going on from, I think, mid-December through to about March time of next year, which included the Dudley Bug Ball. So they've had to frantically search for a new venue, and I'm happy to say that they have now found one. It's at the number 4 banqueting hall in Dudley, which is just down the road from the Station Hotel. It's literally walking distance. Um, if anybody's ever been to the Dudley Bug Ball, and then they'll know the Station Hotel and what a lack of quality establishment it really is. It's terrible. But this, this banqueting hall, they've got proper catering, they've got a bar, and they've got big rooms, big tables, and all of that kind of thing. So it should be great. And for
Yeah.
me personally, it's moved back a week, so it's now on the 21st and 22nd of February,
Good.
which means it's not on Valentine's weekend, which means I can potentially go without risking my ability to father further children, shall we say?
Yes.
Because my wife would definitely have ripped bits off of me if I'd gone to the Dudley Bug Ball on Valentine's
Yeah.
weekend.
Understandably. Well, you never know. I might be able to head that way. We'll see what actually happens. Watch this space on that one, really.
Yeah, it's always a good event. It's not big. It's like it probably gets maybe 100, people or something like that. But it's really friendly. There's really nice folks, really nice folks there. Some good little traders and stuff. And Yeah, I've used it for running and play testing some of the stuff that I've been writing in the past. It's great. You get a really good bunch of players.
Yeah, it'd
So
be good
yeah,
to do
really enjoy it.
bit of a live feed from there at some point.
I shall buy
But
myself a selfie stick, sir, and see how we
there
get
we
on.
And also a little bit further away from Dudley, we've got when in Shropshire, and the Troll Cave opened, and that created quite a bit of interest on the Facebook group. So this is in Wen, which is spelled Wen, in Shropshire. I had a few people coming back to me saying they didn't even know a place called Wen existed, but it does. And The blurb for it is basically, we're open, come and visit. Doors to the Troll Cave are officially open. Step inside, discover a welcoming space built for tabletop gamers, hobbyists, and creative minds alike. Whether you're here to roll dice, paint terrain, or just soak up the atmosphere, we've got the tables, accessories, and the community vibes there for you. So you know what? If you're close to Wen in Shropshire, or even if you're not, if you're passing through, doesn't matter. Go and see them. It's another friendly local game store.
Mm,
Try and give them a bit of your custom. It's really
yeah.
important. These
And
guys
they're
need the
doing
time.
discounts on table slots for under 16s and after school clubs and
Yeah,
things like that as well, which is great. Get some young people playing our games would be that'd be nice to see.
yeah. Get in there basically, and see if you can support them. Really important. Right, we're going to try something experimental here. So let's see how this actually works.
Yeah, ready.
Well, okay, this is experiment 1.0 of the beta test. So this we're going to do a bit of a Kickstarter push. Now, one thing that appeared on the Facebook group again was this, which looks like it's quite an interesting Kickstarter. It's called Run from the Dark. Um, Now, I'm not actually aware of the creator of this one. I'll just scroll it up quite slowly. It's a guy called Will RD. He's created a few different ones, but it's just with this particular one, Run from the Dark, it's really sort of grabbed me. So I'm just going to slowly scroll down the actual page here. It looks like it's a futuristic folk horror RPG. Um, and that basically says it all. What is Run from the Dark? So it's a role-playing game about folk horror and things that go bump in the dark, an existential dread, where the dark can actually kill you. Now, the interesting thing about this is that it's actually based on Welsh folklore. So it's got UK roots. It's got an easy to learn custom system. It gives a bit of a rundown there on skills, etc. But the other interesting thing is it's set in the future. So it's set in the far distant future, and the storyline runs along lines of something's actually sort of happened. Technology's taken a huge backward step, so there's lots of small isolated villages, and now you are going to be one of the people who actually stands against the dark and brings lights to the local neighborhoods. So there you go. It's eight unique different character classes as it sort of shows. Backstories, narrative character generation. The artwork looks really, really interesting.
The artwork's really cool. I
And
like it.
there we go. We've got some very Welsh sounding nasties indeed. Those are the mines, spider blacks. It's actually in Welsh that as well. Undead and Bar. Yeah, unique Welsh inspired setting, hand drawn character sheets. So it's all proper. It reminds me of the early Warhammer stuff, actually, if truth be known. This, when you take a look at it, it's very, very, very nice, fleshed out town. So there's a lot there. So there's quite a bit actually sort of going on,
Mm.
and there's a few different options as well. So you can go just digital with these guys. There's no connection with us, by the way. It's just something that we've picked out. You can go digital. There you go, 16 quid. If you want both the original rules and the add-on supplement, it's 24 quid. But then you've got the hardbacks if you want, and it's not too bad a price that at all. 30 quid for a game. It really isn't for, and 49 for for that one physical. So you've got quite a few different options there, but the whole premise of it looks really, really interesting.
Mm.
So definitely something to think about there on that one. Give that one a bit of a look, maybe.
It
That's
looks like a decent number of people already did.
well, this is this is the other thing with it. It's looking like it's actually going to be sort of really good. Is that so? We'll have to sort of see how that actually sort of goes. Right, it will return to us. There we go.
Let's see how our experiment has turned out
Well,
there.
that's it. We'll find out when we actually sort of play the recording actually back. But that is one thing that I'm going to try doing something like this, maybe once per show. So if you've got a Kickstarter that you'd really like to push, and obviously if you've released it, you believe in it, if you give us a shout out, get in touch with us. And what we will actually do is we'll see if we've got space to sort of fit it on there. So that would be by the Facebook group page. So do make sure that you actually do get signed up to that and come and join us. Oh, so what else have we got on the
Oh,
horizon?
well, I was going to float an idea
Hmm.
about writing. So
Yeah.
you know, comes on, sort of follows on neatly, really, from Kickstarters and things like that. So this stems from when I was on holiday a couple of weeks ago. I was in Prague, and I got to meet with a really a really, really nice guy who's collaborated with me on some of the
Yeah.
Section D things. And actually, he was one of our sort of super backers, and oh, I don't know how well you can see this now that my screen's making it vanish. Well, I'm holding up a picture of a guy anyway. His name is
Yeah,
Jan
him.
Yetmar. That fella, yeah. And he does some stuff with Savage Worlds. He's done the City Guard Chronicles series for Savage Worlds. And we were having a chat about writing,
Yeah.
because his style is very sort of succinct and to the point. And, this location is this, and these bad guys are here, and this kind of thing. And we discover that so Jan and I have quite conflicting styles because I like to present a location, but also make sure that the GM knows what happens when the players go off piste because they invariably do.
Yeah.
So I have a writing style, I believe, that sort of prepares the GM to run that game no matter what the players are doing. Um, Whereas I think some of the writing styles don't allow for that, and GMs can quite often get lost when the players have turned left when they should have turned right or zigged when they should have zagged.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering um, what do people prefer? I know
Interesting.
what
Yeah.
I like. I like to be ready. I like to know what to do next. I'm thinking what we should do is maybe put this up on the Facebook group. What kind of
Definitely.
style do people like? We already know that nobody likes being railroaded.
Yeah.
Um, so how do you avoid that?
Yeah.
As a writer, how can you avoid that? But more importantly, for me, it'd be great as a writer to see the sort of feedback of what do people actually want, because I've got my ideas. They might not match the vast majority of what people would like to see. So,
Yeah. From my side, I must admit I do like sandbox adventures and settings. So I suppose more open. It's great to have a definitive start and a definitive end. So you've got the two parts there, but it's in between how it actually sort of happens. And it's great if you've got half a dozen different chapters that you could actually use. There was a Netflix show actually quite similar where you watch the beginning and you watch the ending episode, but you could watch the others in whatever it was, a heist thing, actually a heist series. You could watch the in between bits in any particular order that you fancied, and you got a
right.
slightly different take on the story depending on how you watched it, which I thought was quite an interesting and quite a novel idea. So yeah, what do people actually enjoy? I do like some guidance, so I do like to know what's actually sort of happening there, but I also do like to have the creative freedom to add in my own stuff and make it up on the fly as well as we actually go if needed, without being under too much pressure to make it up, if that makes any sense to you.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah,
to know
yeah,
what direction we're actually going to be sort of heading in. But let's throw that actually out there. If you could stick that post up and let's
yeah.
see what
I will
actually sort of
definitely
comes
do
back
that.
and have a discussion about it.
Yeah,
Um,
good thing to
well,
discuss.
that's it. Well, I wonder how the beta episode has actually turned out. Looking forward to sort of watching it back in a few minutes' time. Actually, I'm going to
You're
post
not
this
going to
up in a
do
couple of.
you're not going to do anything with that until you've watched the Wales match, are you? Let's
No,
have
I'm
it
not going
right.
to do anything at all until I've watched the Wales match or what's left of it. So yeah, I'm going to jump on that. I've deliberately not looked at the score or anything like that. So I'm hoping North Macedonia are losing probably about 12-0 at this point in time. But
Well,
we're,
no,
we're
good luck to
hey,
Wales. I hope
well,
they
we're
hope
17
they do
minutes
well.
in, so no, make it 14, 14.
Right. Well, there you go. I think you need to stop talking about games and get on
Definitely.
with
Right.
it.
Okay. Until next week. I'll try and get another couple of quick recordings out in the meantime over the next few days as well, and before the next big top dice with Al myself. But for now, it's goodbye from me, and it's
And it's
goodbye
good
from
night from
Alan.
him. One of
See
these
you
days
later.
we'll get that right.
Yes, we will. We need to practice. Thanks very much, everyone. Have a
Cheers,
really
everybody.
good
Happy
week,
gaming.
and we'll see you on the other side.